is a blessing, and life is a lesson. Life is a setback, and life is progression. Life is uneasy, at times life is comfortable. Life will lift you up, and at times life will humble you. Life is a gift, you better thank the Lord for it. Every chance you get, someone is less fortunate. Life goes in circles, life throws you curveballs. Life can be deceiving like preachers in the church halls. Life isn't promised. If I could be honest, the fact that I'm alive, that time has me astonished. Cause I came from the underground, being tossed around, being lost and found. Now they adore the sound of the priest, far from a nuance. Verses are proverbs, written's are the new songs. Another song for the blocks and the avenues. Everything is plain, I don't speak to them in parables.
I wanna praise you, Yahweh.
I wanna praise you.
I wanna thank you, Yahweh. I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
Yahweh. I wanna thank you, Yahweh.
For the power I see the world through different eyes. Every Sunday got the preacher telling different lies, hearing things that I really couldn't visualize. Should've listened, Big said you'd be hypnotized. I was a victim too, I say respectfully. They all up in the soup, don't know the recipe. Talking about I'm not who I was bred to be. Count me out, man, who made you the referee? Trying to get stripes, trying to cloud chase. At 19, I made an about face. Thanks to Christ, it's also about grace. And they lied when they said it ain't about race. But that's another song, I ain't the first to tell ya. Woke up on a deeper and a surface level. Learned the laws and the laws changed my attitude. And the song is to show you how a gratitude. I'm so grateful.
I wanna praise you, Yahweh. I wanna thank you, Yahweh. I'm so grateful.
We're so grateful.
I wanna thank you, Yahweh.
But let it ride.
I wanna praise you. I wanna thank you.
What is going on? What is going on, brothers and sisters? What is going on? I want to make sure you guys can hear me. So y'all pardon me. I'm trying to get everything together here. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. It's your brother, Priest, y'all represent Lines of Israel, Maccabees TV. And we are here yet another week on Sunday, here to have a conversation with our brothers and sisters and give you some good information that can be very, very helpful to you. Shout out to everybody that's watching us on YouTube. We shout you brothers and sisters out. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not, share the video, so forth and so on. I'm also broadcasting on Clubhouse. Got you guys on Clubhouse. There's a link at the top of the room. There's a PowerPoint about to be taught. You brothers and sisters need to, on YouTube, on Clubhouse, need to actually click the link at the top of the room because you guys need to see this PowerPoint. It's very, very important. All right? So make sure you guys click the link at the top of the room. Come over and watch the PowerPoint. I'm pretty sure there's going to be something that's going to be said that you brothers and sisters can use, whether it's for you or someone you love. With that being said, without further ado, I'm going to turn the floor over to Sister Malika. Sister Malika, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You sound good. So the floor is yours.
Hopefully everybody can hear me. Shalom, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. All right. As always, on a Sunday at this time, we are discussing health and wellness. Health and wellness, because too many of us are just sick, and we need help. And I'm here to offer as much help as I possibly can. I get a lot of phone calls all the time, and I'm trying to help. All right. So I am going to be sharing my screen. And while I do that, I was having a conversation earlier today with my sister. She's in Jamaica. And I was gonna share two stories with you guys. She reminded me that when we were growing up, we never went to the pharmacy. I've never seen anybody in my family going to the pharmacy. I've never seen my grandparents or anybody in my family with any type of medication on the dresser or anywhere else. I've never seen that in my family. And she just reminded me of that. And I thought, you know, how different things are nowadays. I've never seen that in my family growing up. No medication on the counter. Nobody is popping all this diabetic medication, all this stuff at all. I'll one story I'll share with you guys real quick is the summer I got sick after visiting family members. I came home and my grandmother went into the backyard, and whatever she pulled up from the backyard, I know there was some ganja involved in that, and she mixed it with some other stuff. And I tell you, I was feeling horrible that day. I had a fever. I was feeling nauseous. Just terrible headache. I mean, just I knew I had something. And she went in the kitchen with all these herbs, and she came out with a cup of herbal tea, and I drank it, and it knocked me out. About 15 minutes later, I was fast asleep. I remember waking up hours later, and by the time I woke up, nothing, all the headache, everything was gone. I was up in the mango tree picking mangoes and everything. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that day. So just a memory I had. I just wanted to share with everyone. I think a lot of our elders die with a lot of the secret to the healing. My grandmother, she was the herbalist in our family, and she had a lot of knowledge, and I learned a lot from her, and that's just one of the memories I have of her. So just wanted to share that with you guys. All right. Alrighty. So we're gonna have a conversation today, and the question here. Give me a second, guys. All right, give me 1 second. So, making yourself sick. That's the question today. Are you making yourself sick? So, we're going to talk about a little bit about the kidneys today. Kidney disease, kidney functions. This is an illness in the Black community. There's a dialysis center on every corner in the Black community, especially if you live in places like New York, Brooklyn, Queens, just dialysis center everywhere. So we're going to talk about this issue today. All right. So how do your kidneys eliminate waste from your body? We're going to get right into it. All right. I'm going to get right into it. So the Most High designed an entire system in your body to govern itself. Okay. And that system depends on you for maintenance. It depends on what you eat, what you drink, whether you abuse your body through drugs, sexual intercourse, alcohol, and so on and so forth, right? So your kidneys have what is called a filtration system. And each of your kidneys have about 1 million filtration unit. All right. Most High is wonderful. This system here filters out the waste from your bloodstream and get rid of it through your urine. Okay, so understand that your kidneys, they are very important little organs that helps to clean the waste out of your body. Okay, so whenever or whatever you eat or drink on a daily basis, there are waste products that are being left behind, right? And that waste is carried through your blood to your kidneys. And your kidneys are supposed to be healthy, by the way, right? So a healthy kidney is constantly cleaning about half a cup of blood every minute. And they take that blood. You have two kidneys, guys, okay? They take that waste and filter it and get rid of it through your urine. All right? Okay. Now I'm gonna share just a brief explanation here how that works. Just very quickly.
The kidneys play a vital role in the body, filtering waste products from the blood to form urine. Let's follow the path of blood through the kidneys. Blood enters the kidneys through the renal arteries. From there, it flows through a series of smaller and smaller blood vessels, the segmental arteries, interlobular arteries, arcuate arteries, and afferent arterioles. From one of the afferent arterioles, blood flows into a network of capillaries called the glomerulus. The glomerulus, and the glomerular capsule that surrounds it, is part of a nephron, one of the functional units of the kidney. Each kidney has about 1 million of them. The glomerulus is where filtration, the first step of urine formation, takes place. As blood travels through the glomerulus, waste and water pass into the glomerular capsule, forming filtrate, while blood cells and proteins remain in the blood vessels. From the glomerulus, the filtered blood passes into an efferent arteriole and then through another network of small blood vessels, the peritubular capillaries and vasa recta. Here, water and solutes are reabsorbed into the blood, and additional waste and hydrogen ions pass into the filtrate flowing through the renal tubules. The filtrate becomes urine. Blood leaves nephrons through the arcuate veins and interlobular veins, and then segmental veins carry it to the renal veins, which bring it out of the kidneys and back into regular circulation. Visible Body Suite has all the 3D anatomy, physiology, and pathology content you need to study the urinary system. Learn more at visiblebody.com.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's move on. So, here's a question. What happens if your kidneys are not functioning well? What happens if they are damaged and they're no longer able to get rid of the waste from your body? What happens? Okay, so waste products like toxins. This is I'm gonna tell you guys what's going to happen if your kidneys are no longer functioning. Okay, listen up. What happens is waste products such as toxins will accumulate in your blood, making you sick. You might see blood or protein in your urine when you go to the bathroom. And sometimes as this illness or this, issue progress, you will see that your urine becomes foamy. It looks very foamy when you go to the bathroom. Okay. You may also get swelling in your legs, and that is a sign of water retention, which is fluid that is building up in your body, in your hands, your feet, your ankles, right? If kidney filters are not working, it means that the kidneys are not adequately filtering your blood, leading to waste building up in your body, which leads to potential illness or death.
Hey, Malika, can I stop you right there for 1 second?
Yes.
You said something very important, and I don't want to go past it without really harping on it, and I'm going to give you a chance to speak on it. Brothers and sisters, when you go to the doctor gives you a diagnosis and tells you something is wrong with you, What Sister Malika is trying to teach you, brothers and sisters, is that your body has been giving you warning signs way before the doctor gave you the diagnosis. This wonderful thing that the Most High gave us, which is called the human body, when things begin to go wrong, the body will warn you. The problem is that many of us don't recognize the warning signs that something is wrong. And one of the major warning signs that something is wrong is in the human waste, what's going into that toilet, and we don't recognize it. The color of your urine is telling you something. The consistency of your stool when you go to the bathroom to do the number 2 is telling you something. We're just not educated on that, and that's okay. Most of us have never been taught. And that's why she's doing these classes week by week. So she's letting you know your body will give you warning signs that something is wrong way before you get that diagnosis. She is teaching you to recognize the warning signs and work on yourself before you get the diagnosis, before you get attached to pills for the rest of your life. Recognize the warning signs. Let's leave it right there. I'll give it back to you. Go ahead. Okay, you there?
It's kind of breaking up there. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you were kind of breaking up there, Dan.
I don't know. Were you guys able to hear me? I'm looking in the chat.
You're okay now. It was just towards the end, but it's fine. It was just towards the end. I was able to hear most of what you said. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So if the filters, so the kidneys, as I mentioned, have filters, and these filters are what filters out the waste from your body. If these filters are clogged up because you don't care about the lifestyle you're living, right? If these filters are clogged up because since you were a child, your mama been giving you fried chicken and burgers, right? And you grew up and all your whole life is just cheesy stuff and all the fast food and junk and sweet sugary garbage your whole life. After a while, that stuff damaged these filters in the kidneys, and you're wondering why people are having kidney failure, because the filters are damaged, they're clogged up, and they're no longer able to filter the waste. So what happened? The waste began to build up in your body because it can't go through the filters anymore. Think about when you have filters in your car, right? You got filters in your car, a couple of them. When you that filter is filled up with gunk and it's no longer able to filter out the dust and all that stuff, then something's going to happen, right? Okay, the same thing is happening in your body. When you don't clean the filters, things get clogged up. And what's going to happen? You're going to go on dialysis. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to go on dialysis because now your body is not getting rid of the waste that is supposed to be leaving your body through your urine. The kidneys are the organs that filter out that waste. It gets rid of the waste from your body. And now that it's not functioning well, you're going to have to go on dialysis so they can help to get, clean out every couple of times a week. You're going to have to take a trip to the dialysis center. Or if it gets so bad, now you're going to be needing a kidney transplant, right? I just had a consultation with a sister a couple of days ago. She was told she had stage 4 to stage 5 kidney failure. And she's experiencing the foamy urine and all of what I just mentioned earlier. Okay. Oh, by the way, she's also struggling with an autoimmune disease, lupus, which is inflammation. Her whole life, it's just been terrible. Okay. How can someone prevent kidney failure? That's the question. Well, I'm going to give you guys, some advice. These are my advice, okay? Excuse me. Make sure you don't get high blood pressure. That will lead to kidney failure long term. Your blood pressure has been high for years. You're on medication, or you refuse to take medication, you refuse to take anything, whatever it is, and your kidney numbers are going to start dropping. Oh yeah. And some of you guys are dealing with hypertension, high blood pressure, and you're not even going to the doctor to check your kidneys. So the only time you end up at the doctor is when you end up in the emergency room, when that kidney failure hits like a brick and land you in the ER. That's when you're going to get that diagnosis. Oh, your kidneys are failing. You're at a stage 4 and blah, 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 right? If you have high blood pressure, you need to go check your kidneys. Go look at the numbers. The lower those numbers are, the worse it's getting. That I'm giving y'all some. Hear these words. If you're struggling with hypertension, go and check your kidneys. Okay, and make sure if the numbers are bad, you need to address it right away. Give me a call. Oh, you don't have to call me. You can call somebody else. It doesn't matter. But get some help. You can fix it before it is too late and you end up on dialysis. Okay. Make sure you don't get high blood sugar. That also leads to kidney failure. Make sure you're not abusing alcohol. That damages the filters in the kidneys. Make sure you're not smoking. Okay. Make sure you're not going to work, coming home, and sitting on the couch and eating and just going to sleep. You need to exercise. Exercise helps your body to eliminate toxins through your sweat. When you're sweating, it comes through your skin. You need to exercise and get some of that toxins out through your skin. Not to mention, it's good for circulation and everything else. Heart, cardiovascular health. I mean, come on now. Okay. Make sure you're not hooked on medication and over-the-counter painkillers like ibuprofen. Those things can damage your kidneys, thin the wall of your stomach, and damage the organs. Make sure that you stay away from ultra-processed foods like dairy, mac and cheese, processed meat. Too many of our people are with this processed meat. I'm talking about the fried up fake turkey bacon, the burger meat, the hot dog. All of that is processed meat products. Sodas, sweet sugary drinks, corner store sandwiches. I'm going to repeat that one. Corner store sandwiches. Man, I've seen so many of our people running to the corner store to get the sandwiches from them Arab people at the corner store. What is wrong with our people? Those salty, processed, the cold cuts. I mean, just this nasty corner store sandwiches. We don't even know if these people are clean. Did they wash their hands? Just disgusting. The cheap bread. I mean, anyway, McDonald's, Burger King, and all the fast food. These are things that clog up your kidneys. Make sure you do a gut cleanse. Nobody wants to do a gut cleanse. Every time you tell somebody to do a gut cleanse, clean up your gut. Oh my God, do I have to it's going to make me go to the bathroom? Well, yes, it's going to make you go to the bathroom for a couple hours to move the wastes and toxins out of your body so it doesn't clog up your organs and cause sickness. So yes, you will go to the bathroom. You should be grateful to be going to the bathroom to eliminate the wastes. So you need to do a gut cleanse at least every 3 to 4 months to help to keep the toxins and waste from building up in your kidneys and the other organs. And you need to take natural herbs for the kidneys to help to strengthen the kidneys and bring the numbers back to normal. You need to make sure you take minerals for your kidneys, like calcium and iron and magnesium and zinc and B vitamin. And let me because somebody's going to ask, hang on, let me share something with you guys. I'm going to share my screen with you guys for a second. Hang on. Where are we? Give me 1 second. Here we go. Let me share something with you guys. For those of you who are dealing with kidney problems, or even if you're not dealing with kidney problems, you need to take something to maintain the kidneys before the numbers start to fall. Okay. Here's one of the best things for the kidneys. Hang on. I don't know. Okay, here we go. It's a little slow today, guys. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Kidney and bladder formula. This is one of the best formulation for the kidneys. Okay. The formula keeps the renal and urinary system healthy. It keeps the kidney and the bladder healthy. It supports healthy kidney function and promote a healthy urinary tract, helping to maintain healthy fluid balance and urine excretion. It helps to keep your kidney healthy. And if you are dealing with kidney failure, if your numbers are low, this will help to bring your numbers back up, guys. This is a kidney herbal formula that helps to bring the numbers back up to normal. Okay. But you're going to have to change your diet. You're going to have to change what you're doing. You're going to have to change. First of all, you need to do a gut cleanse, like I just mentioned. Okay. Clean the gut. And here we are. We're on the website called Grassroot Botanicals. Forgot to mention that. We're on the website called Grassroot Botanicals. That's where we are. And here's your kidney formula here. You come to the website, you type in kidney, and it'll pop right up. Okay?
Real quick. So let's take a moment and let's talk to the people. First thing is first, right? When we're talking about what she's talking about, which is kidney health, I need for you brothers and sisters to understand something. I think many of you have heard the term called a food desert before. A food desert. Some of y'all have heard of that. Some of y'all have not heard that term. If you haven't heard the term, go look it up. I'm going to tell y'all what it is. Usually in the inner city, which is mostly where our people are, our neighborhoods are food deserts. Like she was saying, you go into the corner store and buying stuff from the Arabs, which is bad for you. You're going to McDonald's and Burger King and buying all this bad food. These are called food deserts, meaning it's a desert of a place where you can't get something healthy for you. That's why in the inner city is also the highest per capita dialysis centers, because we're the ones, Israelites, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the highest ones on dialysis. Why? Because we live in food deserts where the good food is not available for you like that. And we're not of the mindset collectively that, hey, I'll drive a little further out. I'll go to a supermarket further out that sells better stuff. No, You buy stuff in the food desert because it's convenient. And then you end up in a dialysis center, like what she's saying. And I want to land by saying this before I pass it back to her. You cannot take these herbs she's showing you without changing your life first. You can't be living in a food desert and continue to eat stuff from the Arabs and McDonald's and Burger King. You can't do that and take the herbs. That's not going to help you. You have to decide to flush, cleanse yourself, get on the herbs, and maybe drive a little further out of your local neighborhood if you live in the inner city to a place that has healthier options, that sells you better food, and buying your food from there. It's a decision you're going to have to make. It's going to require you to actually do things that are a little harder, but that's okay. And that's what we're trying to teach you. You got it, Malika. Go ahead.
You know, I'm gonna piggyback from off what you said, but I'm gonna go out a little.
You're not gonna piggyback. You're gonna land back. What the hell's going on?
Well,
what's going on here? Go ahead.
I'll say this, okay? You mentioned it's convenient. Our people have choices. Our people have choices. We always had choices, okay? I spent some time in a certain place. There's a corner store, and I'd have to say about 98% of the people that walk into that store to buy sandwiches and junk food are Black people, right? And the area was a mixed area. There was, so-called white folks there. There was some so-called, Hispanic. But the people I see is Judah and some Caribbean. Just going in and out, especially Judah. It was mostly Judah. Just going in and out, buying the sandwiches. And like you said, it's because right around the corner, there's the Whole Foods supermarket. There's the Trader Joe's. There's supermarket that sells stuff that a person can go and buy some food and make a meal. And when I went to these places, the Whole Food and all these places, there's white folks in there. It's packed with white people buying fresh groceries. So nobody is forcing Jake to go into these places. They're choosing to go there.
I gotta say this, if you don't mind. I gotta say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably giving away more information than I should. So what I do for a living, and I ain't gonna tell you what I do for a living, is I'm over the maintenance of the building where I work. I'm in charge of that, right? That's the maintenance in all the departments, which includes janitorial. The janitors in the building, they report to me. Other people in the building report to me. Like, I'm over the maintenance of my building, right? That I work in. And me and the guys be talking, the janitors, we talk. Listen to what I'm telling you. It's very important. I'm sure Malika could build on this after I'm done. Listen to what we're talking about, because it's very relevant to what she's talking about. When the janitors go around at the end of the night throughout the building and empty everybody's garbage, because that's part of their job. They have to go around at the end of the night and empty the little garbage pail under your desk where you put your garbage in that you had lunch, whatever like that. We talk about that stuff. There's a difference between what the white people ate for lunch and what niggas is eating for lunch. I said it, not her. Y'all be mad at me. It's a difference. What you niggas are eating, what y'all are eating for lunch, it's ridiculous. Like, we talk about it. Like, when my guys go on vacation, right? Some of the janitors, right? I sometimes have to fill in for them, and I go around. You know what I'm saying? And have to do their job for them when they're on vacation. And I see it. I'm like, goodness gracious, the Black people in the building, what y'all are eating is why we're number one on every list of every disease. I see it. It's clear. I see it. And the sisters are gonna get mad at me. Y'all Black women, what y'all are eating, crazy. Just you could get mad all you want. I'm telling you what I see. When I go into the white women's office and what they have, it's different. And that's because we're not educated. And this is what she's teaching you. We're killing ourselves. There's a reason why we're the ones taking dialysis and with the kidneys and everything. It's us. We're doing it to ourselves. I literally see it, and we sit down and we talk about it like, yo, niggas be eating a lot of bullshit, like garbage. For real, it's crazy. Because you live in a food desert, and so you're not looking for the healthiest options. You're looking for the most convenient options, the options that taste the best, even if it's bad for you. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. The white folks is not doing that. It's real. And so this is why, teachings like this, it doesn't bring a lot of people in because people don't want to change. But we're going to force this on our people, whether you guys want to hear this or not. Malika, you got it.
Yeah. And like I said, it's a choice. Our people are choosing at this point to live like that because they really don't have to, because the Most High have always given us an out. No matter what condition we're in, there's always an out. If the white folks can find a healthier option and bring to work with them and have salad and baked chicken on a bed of salad and not the fried, fries and fried chicken and burger, like they're eating healthy. The white women are eating healthier with their dogs at the park or the baby. Maybe they have a baby stroller. You see them pushing the stroller and jogging outside. Like, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Anyway, so where was I? I was showing the kidney and bladder formula here. This is the formula for the kidneys, okay, that you want to take. I personally take this formula myself. And Priest Daniel will tell you he takes the formula himself because we're not trying to get kidney problems, okay? We're not trying to get all of that nonsense, okay? So we take this for prevention, because the old folks says prevention is better than a cure, okay? So we would like to have our kidney numbers normal. That's why we take stuff like this. Else for the kidneys. All right, but my internet is acting up. All right, we'll continue. Maybe we'll come back to it. All right. All righty. Let's move on. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move on to another topic. And if the sisters, well, I mean, if the parents are in the room, whether you're a mother or father, you might be upset with me for this one here. Okay, we're gonna have a conversation about your children today. We're gonna talk to the parents, and unfortunately, a lot of the children are being raised by the. Here's a question for the parents in the room. Do you really love your children? That's the question. Do you really love your children? You got to consider that word love, okay? Because some of us think that giving everything to our children is love, is equal to love. Just giving whatever the child wants, whatever they want, whatever they're asking for, that's love. You got to give it all to them. You can't say no to the babies. You can't say no to the kids because they're going to cry, they're going to throw a tantrum and you're going to feel bad, and that means you don't love your kids. So you just got to, what does any of that have to do with training up a child? None of it has anything to do with that. But let's continue. Here's a question, parents, mother and father. At what age did you start feeding fried chicken to your babies? At what age? And some parents actually believe that this behavior is normal. Yeah, well, what's wrong with that, Sister Malika? What's wrong with me feeding fried chicken to my baby? Really? Okay. At what age did you start giving your poor baby cereal and cookies? Because again, some of y'all think that this is normal. That's not normal at all. At all. At what age did you start giving your poor baby a Big Mac burger? Look at this poor child right here. This is I'm guessing this has to be at least a 1-year-old. He can't be any older than 1, or maybe not even 1 yet. He's holding a half a burger. He was nibbling on. This is a Big Mac. I got this picture off of, I think, TikTok. Somebody shared a picture of their baby, and they were bragging about their baby going in on a Big Mac. This poor baby right here. This poor baby. Look at him. He's falling asleep. Do you understand what this is doing to your baby? Well, let's get into it. Let's see what this type of abuse, because this is abuse, okay? This is abuse. This is not love. You're not loving your child by doing this to them, okay? Who told you that it was okay to feed your poor baby cereal? Who told you that? Madness. I wouldn't even give this to my cats. I wouldn't even feed this to my cats. Well, let's take a look at what happens to a baby's body when the parents start feeding the child fried food and junk food at an early age. At an early age, okay.
We have to let everybody know we're not making this up. We got a call about this week. We're gonna call about this week. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I also had a consultation with a mother. So I actually had 2 conversations about this within the last couple of days. Okay. And that's one of the reasons we're having this conversation right now. Tooth decay is what happens when you feed your babies this type of stuff. Autoimmune diseases. These are the things that triggers autoimmune disease in people. Some of you guys may not have this when you were younger, but as you get older and continue with the same lifestyle, you develop autoimmune disease. Nutrients.
A lot of your women, number one thing is lupus. A lot of y'all sisters suffer from lupus. And you wondering why. This is why. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nutrient deficiencies. Your body is not able to absorb nutrients because it's bogged down and clogged up with garbage. And it's, well, I mean, you're not even eating anything that has nutrients. So what's the point? Whatever you're eating has no nutrients. So your body is not getting any nutrients, period, right? Obesity. overweight and obese in the Black community, especially among the women. Mental let me explain something to you, sisters. The reason why the female in the Black community are more obese than the men, it's because of the hormones. The men have testosterone, and that forces a boy to get up and go run around. You know, in the school system, they claim that our boys are have some type of behavioral problem when it can't sit still. No, it's normal for a child, the boy child, to want to get up and go move around and go play and run around because they have a lot of testosterone in their body. Okay, you have the opposite, and that's a problem. And that's why you guys are, well, it's not a problem. It's just, when you're eating this type of diet, hey, it works against you and your hormones. And that's why you're overweight. You're not getting up and running around like the boys. Okay. Mental health issues because of the nutrient deficiency. Did you guys know that when your body doesn't receive the minerals and nutrient that it needs to function, there becomes a deficient to the brain because the brain isn't getting the nutrients that it needs to function well. And how does that happen? How does the brain get the nutrients? Well, you're going to have to put it in the body, and the body sends it through to the brain through digestion. Whatever you eat that has nutrients in it, the body processes it and the brain gets some of it. But if you wake up every day and you're not eating, you're not consuming anything with any type of nutrients, you're not giving your child any type of nutrients, and they have gone their entire life, their entire childhood, eating the nasty diet with no nutrients, they become deficient in nutrients. Iron deficiency. This is why a lot of young sisters and old are dealing with iron deficiency. You become anemic because you're losing iron and you're not putting it back because your diet lacks the iron that it needs. The magnesium, right? The B vitamins. Some of you guys are not spending any time in the sun, so you become vitamin D deficient. All of these deficiencies in the body is what leads to mental health issues. Doctors are not telling you all that. Why would they? They won't make any money off of mental health clients. Here's the other one. And let me pose the question again. What happens to a baby's body when the parents feed the child junk food and fried food? That was the question. Okay, so this is what happens to the child body. High blood sugar. Yes, diabetes. A lot of babies are on medication for early childhood diabetes. High blood pressure. Kidney strain. You put a strain on the child's kidney, you're contributing to their disease in the future, long term. Eczema and asthma. Cardiovascular disease. Issues with the child's nervous system. Did you know that the terrible foods that you eat on a daily basis can wreck the nervous system? Again, that's what you do when you're dealing with anxiety and you can't figure out why you're so anxious. That's dealing with the nervous system. Did you guys know that? The nerves. The nerves are a part of the nervous system. When you're anxious and you can't figure out why, you're having issues with the nervous system. And the terrible foods that you're feeding the child is wreaking havoc on their nervous system. They're getting bone and muscle problems, issues with brain development, lack of energy. And did I mention the autoimmune disease like the thyroid issues? Yeast infections in the girls. And I'm gonna I have had a consultation with a father whose 2-year-old had yeast infection. That broke me, broke my heart. I won't even get into what the child was consuming. And as the child get older, if she's a girl, she's going to start having issues with her monthly cycle, fibroids, and polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS, because all of that nasty foods messes with the hormonal system. Okay. Somebody is going to ask me, Sister Malika, what should the children eat? What should they eat? There's more to life than burgers and fried chicken. I'm just to be honest with you. There's more to life than cookies, cereal, and French fries, guys. Okay. I'm going to introduce to you guys some healthy foods that you can give to your children. Okay. And I'm showing you these things because these are the things that we grow up on in the Caribbean. These are things that me and my family consume. This is what my mother and my grandmother fed us when we were babies, when we were children running around in our little diapers. Okay. This here, what you're looking at is a breakfast meal. It's a cereal. It's what we call a porridge. Okay. This is sea moss and oatmeal porridge. You can add some coconut milk or oat milk and sweeten it with agave syrup or honey. Okay. Feed this to your babies, your children, instead of processed cereal. You could give it to them hot or cold, warm, not too hot. You don't want to burn them up. But look how healthy this is. Look at it. Okay. There's no dairy in there, no milk. All right. This is plant milk. Here's another one. This is again sea moss and oatmeal porridge with coconut milk, with some vanilla, a pinch of nutmeg. Again, it's just this. There you go. There you go. Here it is again. This is breakfast. Healthy breakfast. Food. This is food, guys. Nothing processed here. You don't see anything in this plate processed. It's colorful. It's healthy. There's some avocado, some greens, some plantain. This is breakfast for a child. Yes, your children should be eating this before they go off to school in the morning. Okay? You can have this for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. But this is what your baby should be eating. There we go again. Breakfast, greens and plantain. There we go again. Greens for the babies. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. This is a soup. It's a healthy pot of soup. All the healthy vegetables and herbs and spices. Look how healthy this is. Look how clean and healthy this is. Right? You can give that to your baby. All you got to do is just learn how to cook and not be lazy. Really, let's just be honest. Just Just take the time you have sitting on your phone, scrolling the internet while your babies are just running around hungry, and you just grab some junk and get up and cook something for your babies. Look at that. Look how healthy this look. A stew, a nice stew, lunch or dinner, right? Look at that. Now, whenever you decide to introduce meat into your child's diet, do not give them fried chicken. Give them baked or stewed chicken, because there's little to no grease, all that greasy fried up stuff. There's little to no grease when you bake the chicken or stew the chicken, right? All that grease cause problem in your child's delicate stomach, and it will begin to clog up their arteries and cause a poor blood circulation and heart problem long term in the future, and in the not so far away future. If you are going to give your child fish, do not give them fried fish. Give them stewed or baked fish for this very same reason I just mentioned. Look how healthy that is. Okay. Here's some snack for your babies. Oranges with seeds in them, so your babies can get some natural vitamin C that helps to build their immune system. Papayas. Look how healthy that looks. Watermelons with seeds. Okay, here's a question. Mommy and daddy, here's a question for you. At what age did you start brushing your child's teeth? And how often do you brush your child's teeth? Hey, this is a real question. At what age did you start brushing your child's teeth? And how often do you brush your child's teeth? My mother used to brush my at night. We had to brush twice a day. Okay. And by the time I got to about 3 or 4 years old, I was brushing my own teeth. Okay. It is the parents' duty to help their child maintain good hygiene. Brushing your child's teeth is important to prevent tooth decay, pain, and other issues. Baby teeth are crucial for chewing, speaking, and holding space for permanent adult teeth. Proper oral hygiene habits helps to remove plaques and bacteria, which can lead to tooth decay and gut problem. Yes, gut problem. Especially when the child is exposed to sugars from junk foods, fast foods, and sweet sugary drinks. Bacteria from the child's mouth when they have a tooth decay. Bacteria from their mouth can travel to the child's gut and cause inflammatory bowel disease in their stomach. I bet you guys didn't know that. And that just it doesn't just happen to children. It happens to anybody of all age. If you have your mouth, if you don't keep a good hygiene, you got bacteria and gunk clogged up in your gum and your mouth, and you're not brushing on a regular basis. You wake up in the morning, you just go on about your business. You have all that bacteria, and you wonder why you're having gut problem. Because every time you swallow, you're swallowing your spit when you talk, and all of that bacteria is just slowly draining down your gut and right into your stomach. and you start to get inflammation in the bowel. Oh yeah. Oh, let me tell y'all something about your body. Your body, it has a mind of its own if you don't take care of it. Okay. Here's a question from mommies. Mom, I hope y'all are paying attention. Mommies, at what age did you teach your daughter to groom herself? Oh, we're talking about the babies today. The babies need some love today, okay? At what age did you, mommy, teach your daughter to groom herself? At what age did you hand your daughter a washcloth and teach her how to properly scrub the oil and dirt from behind the ear? Yes, from behind the ear and from the inside of the ear as well. So she doesn't have crust building up inside the ear and behind the ear. Oh, yeah. I can remember, I think I was 3 years old when my mom started teaching me that. She was doing it up until I was 3. She handed me that washcloth. And I think that was a time when I started learning from her, because she used to do it while she was bathing me. And then when I was old enough to do it myself, she would sit there and she would, while she was giving me a bath, she would show me how to do it and I would do it. Okay. At what age, Mom, did you hand your daughter a washcloth and teach her to scrub the bottom section of her body properly when she's getting a bath, so she doesn't smell rank down there? Y'all know where I'm talking. Okay. When did you hand your daughter a washcloth and teach her how to clean herself properly down there? And I'm asking this question because I've seen too many videos of our brothers complaining about our sisters' body odor down there whenever they're getting ready to get intimate and the sister takes her clothes off. The videos are all over social media of our brothers complaining because somebody did not teach our young daughters how to groom themselves properly. There are things that a mother should teach her daughter at a very young age so you can train her up to be a good wife and a mother. The scripture says, train up a child. Okay. All right. Fall is here. Fall is here. Your children will soon start sniffling and coughing with the runny nose. And the question is, should children consume herbs? That's the question. Should the babies consume herbs? All right. Well, let's see if they should. Let's see if the baby should consume herbs. Hopefully this is working. Give me 1 second, guys. That's right. All right. Should the baby consume herb? That's the question. Well, I mean, do we really need somebody to tell us that we need to take herbs? I mean, the scripture tells us we need to take herb, okay? I'm showing you some herbs that your babies can take, okay? This right here, let me click on it real quick. This right here is a formula for your children. It's a children formula. Okay. This is a children immune support. It supports their respiratory and their immune system. All right. Okay. Let's go back. let me kind of read what the formula does, okay, for your children. It's an immune and respiratory support, and it is a herbal formula, and it acts as an antiviral and antibacterial defense against cold, cough, and respiratory condition. Okay, that's what it does. It helps the child, if they start coming down with something and the mucus is starting to build up, that's going to help them. Okay, there you go. We have mint. Your baby can drink some mint. These herbs that I'm showing you, they're not bitter. They're nothing strong and bitter. These are just, herbs that they're very gentle on the child. The child can drink them at an early age. Okay. These are herbs that my mom been giving us since we were babies. All right. She used to give them to us in our little sippy cup. Okay. So these are spearmint. This is spearmint. Okay. So this is just mint. Your child can drink mint tea. Okay. This is herb. This is a herbal tea. It's a mint tea. Your babies can drink mint. All right. This one here is, if we can get it to come up, there we go. Lemon balm. Very good herb for the babies. Okay. Keeps them calm, and it's not bitter. You can sweeten it with, a natural sweetener. All right. If they don't like to drink it without sweetening, you can sweeten it with a natural sweetener. Okay. But lemon balm, there we go. And by the way, again, we're on the website called Grassroot Botanicals, guys. If you're wondering where I'm showing you these things from, this is Grassroot Botanicals. That's where we are. All right. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Just a second. Okay, so I was doing some research on social media, and I saw a ton of videos claiming, and these videos are people from other nations, claiming that herbal tea should not be given to children under 12 years old. Let me tell y'all something. One of the reasons people in the Caribbean island and certain African countries are not infested with autoimmune diseases is because we consume herbal plants as part of our lifestyle from childhood. Okay. The European medical teaching indoctrinate the other nation and have them spreading propaganda. The Most High gave the herb to the children of Israel. So it doesn't matter if the other nation doesn't believe in consuming the herb. The herbs were not meant for them, period. So I'm going to play a video here for you guys, right? I'm going to play a video for you. And I'm just going to, I don't know how much this thing right here in the video, I don't know how much she's getting paid for this propaganda, but I'm going to break down the video for you guys. Let me go ahead and play the video. Okay.
Can you give tea to children? The answer is a strict no.
Okay, so I'm gonna rewind it and play it again. The question she's asking: can you give herbal teas to children? And she said the answer is a strict no. Listen to this. Listen to this garbage.
Can you give tea to children? The answer is a strict no. No tea for children below the age of 12.
She said children should not consume herbal tea that are below the age of 12 years old. Okay, let's see what her reasons are. Let's see.
Here are my 4 reasons. Number 1, tea has a compound known as tannins. These tannins interfere with the absorption of iron.
So she claimed that herbal teas have something called tannin. and the tannin interfere with the absorption of iron. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, okay? Hang on, guys. Let me tell y'all something. Every single herbal plant on the planet does not contain tannin. Okay? In fact, there are herbs like what I just showed you guys. The mint, the chamomile or chamomile. Teas like that for children has no tannin. No tannin. Okay? So that's lie number one. And I know my herbs, okay? I know my herbs. So we don't know who's paying this broad to spread propaganda, but let's keep going. Now, there are teas like black tea that contain tannin. However, ever since you guys have known me, you've never heard me encourage anyone to consume black tea. When have you guys ever heard me or see me telling people to go drink black tea? I don't even consume black tea. Okay, but those are the teas that contain tannin. But let's continue. All right, let's continue. Hold on.
From the gut, which can lead to children becoming anemic. Number 2, tea is a natural diuretic. That is, it makes you go to the restroom.
Okay, so she said number 2. The number 2 lie she's telling is that teas are a natural diuretic. Well, brothers and sisters, there are only a select herbal plants that are diuretic. What are diuretic plants? Diuretic plants are plants that helps to eliminate excess water from your body. Every single herbal plant doesn't do that. Okay? Let me repeat that. Every single herbal plant does not make you eliminate excess fluid from your body. Every plants are not diuretic plants. So once again, line number 2, or was that number 3? I forgot. I'm not even counting. Okay. And have you guys noticed she's not even being specific about what plants it is? Okay. All right. Here we go.
More than a time or two. With small children, it is already difficult for them to maintain their hydration level. Don't add tea to this mix. Number 3, tea contains caffeine, which is a stimulant. This can lead to an increase in restlessness, agitation, and even...
Well, she just said tea, herbal tea, has caffeine. Okay. She's referring to all herbal tea that have caffeine. Brothers and sisters, there are only a small group of herbal plant that contains caffeine. Okay. Herbs like the one I just showed you, like mint and chamomile and those herbs for children, they don't have no caffeine in them at all. They naturally have no caffeine. So that's line number 50,000,005. I don't even know where she is. Okay. All right. What's the next one she's going for?
a little bit of anxiety in children. And number 4, tea interferes with the basic digestion and absorption in the gut.
Really? Really? Tea interfere with digestion? Really? Herbal tea and herbal plants fix digestive problems in the gut. What is she talking about? Who is this lady and what the hell is she talking about? Who is paying this woman to say this type of madness? And brothers, see, this is why the scripture tells us. This is why the scripture tells the brothers to stay away from these strange women of the other nation. This is one of the reasons. You start having babies with these women, and your babies will become confused as hell. Confused. Everything she's saying in this video is madness, lies, because she knows absolutely nothing about herbs at all. Anyway, let's continue.
Can you give tea to...
Let's continue from the mad woman. Nonsense. Why are the herbs good for children and adults? Because herbs are good for everybody in our community. Because the Most High of Israel tells us that the herbal plants are good. That's it. That's all the answer you need. The herbs are good because the Most High tells us they're good. The Most High created these plants for us. That's the answer. That's it. Okay, we're going to move on to something else. Brothers and sisters, if I discussed varicose vein in my last live stream, I don't remember. So please forgive me if I'm repeating, if I'm being repetitive here. I don't remember if we talked about this, but I received 2 phone calls within the last 5 days. And people were asking me about varicose vein or to mention it in my next live. And so I'm addressing it again. Okay. So how many of you sisters and brothers have legs that looks like this? If you have these things on your leg, in your legs, you are dealing with poor blood circulation. Okay. Poor blood circulation. And if you're dealing with poor blood circulation, it means that you are at risk for a heart attack or a stroke. Some people who have these things on their legs are experiencing tingling and numbness. Tingling and numbness. Your body is trying to tell you something. Your body is trying to tell you something, guys. And I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. Real quick. We're on the website Grassroot Botanicals, and I'm going to show you something that you can use if you have varicose vein. You see this right here? This right here. I'm going to click on it. This right here, as you can see, circulation and varicose vein herbal extract. Okay, this is exactly what this does. It helps with varicose vein. All right. It helps to promote vascular integrity, strengthening the walls of the vein, help stabilize vein insufficiencies, promoting blood flow and increasing circulation. Okay, that's what it does. This is it right here, guys. If you have those things on the back of your legs or your side of your legs, this is going to help you. All right, because you're dealing with poor blood circulation. Okay, and again, we're on the website Grassroot Botanicals. That's where we are. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right. So the question I'm asking is who usually have varicose vein? Anyone can get varicose vein, but based on my research, the females are the ones that gets them more often. The women have them the most. Okay, and I think, but I could be wrong. I think one of the main reasons is because the women are usually more overweight than the men. Okay. So here are some of the reasons you have varicose veins. If you are overweight and or obese, you more likely will get them. Okay. Sitting down all day or standing up for a very long time, that can give you, cause that type of problem. Okay. Chronic constipation. Yes, chronic constipation. If you've been dealing with chronic constipation where you're straining yourself, you're straining during your bowel movements, you're straining yourself, that increase pressure on your veins. So if you're having constipation, you should be doing a gut cleanse. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Let's go back. Let's go back. Gut cleanse. Here we go. Let's go to the gut cleanse. Let's go to the gut cleanse. There are several gut cleanse. Okay. We have one right there. This is called the gallbladder and liver cleanse, or the gallbladder and liver flush. Okay. If you're having issues with constipation, this will help you. Okay. There we go. We have other cleanse here. If you come to the website Grassroot Botanicals and go to the help program or go to the product section, there's a lot of cleanse here. A lot of them here. Just pick one and do it. Pick one and do it. All right. There you go. We got the parasite cleanse here. We got the woman's cleanse there. That's for the woman. Okay. We got the nettle for the kidneys. That's what I wanted to show you guys earlier. This is one of a very good herb for the kidney is the nettle right there. Okay. Let me bring it up and show you guys. That's the nettle. Very good for the kidneys. One of the best herb for the kidneys and the lymphatic system. Okay. All right. Let's go back. Now, there's a sister. There was a sister who called me after we did last week live stream, and she asked me to hold on. Let me put my screen up a little bit bigger here. Let me bring up my screen bigger. There we go. It took me right back to the beginning. We build it while we fly it, right? That's what Priest Daniel will always say. We build it while we fly it, right? Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So there was a sister. She called me last week, and I don't think she saw the last live that we did, because she called me and she wanted me to list a few herbs that are good for lowering high blood sugar. She wanted me to mention some herbs the next time I go live. So I don't remember the sister's name, but I'm going to mention a few of the herbs that helps to lower your blood pressure. Okay, sis, I hope you're watching. Okay, so there's a herb called gentian. Okay, gentian. And this herb helps to regulate your blood glucose levels. Okay, sis? All right. Dandelion root. Dandelion root helps to strengthen and repair your pancreas and your liver. Okay. Ceylon cinnamon. Ceylon helps to utilize the insulin. Okay. Gymnema. Gymnema regulates the blood sugar levels. Meadowsweet. Meadowsweet reduce excess stomach acid. All the excess acid in your stomach. That's what meadowsweet does. Ginger. Ginger helps to promote blood circulation, but it also reduces excess acid in the stomach as well. Okay? So I hope I was able to help you, sis, with that. These herbs needs to be combined together before you consume them. All right? So you're not supposed to be just taking one or two. You need to combine all these herbs together if you want them to be effective to reduce your blood sugar levels, sis. Okay? Hopefully you're watching. All right? And I'm going to show you guys where you can find a formula that has all of the herbs I just mentioned and more. Okay? We're back here at Grassroot Botanicals again, and I'm going to bring it up on the screen. Lower blood sugar diabetic herbal formula. Okay, this is a herbal formula with all the herbs I just mentioned and more, and it helps to lower your blood sugar. As a matter of fact, there are quite a lot of people who have gotten off of their metformin or whatever medication you're taking for your type 2 diabetes. They have gotten off of their medication and they are now taking this because they don't want to be on that medication anymore. So this will help you to stay off of your medication. Okay, this is the healthier version of your medication. This is not going to damage your kidneys or your liver. All right, and we also have it in capsule as well. Let me see if I could find the capsule. Here it is. Here's the capsule. The same exact formula in capsule form. All right, lower blood sugar, the diabetic herbal formula. That's it right there. Okay, so for the sister who asked me about the blood sugar herbs, hope you're watching and I hope this helps. Okay, there you go. And share this with somebody. Black community is struggling with diabetes. All right, so somebody might need this. Okay, tell them to come to this website here called Grassroot Botanicals. Here it is, grassrootbotanicals.com, and they will see all of this stuff that I just mentioned here. And there's a number right there to the left of the screen. They have any questions about anything, guys, you call that number. All right, there we go. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. All right, so I don't think anybody have any questions for me, so we are going to end. We have come to the end of our live stream. All right, so we'll just end the live. All right, guys. If anybody is watching, drop a comment in the comment section if you have any question. If not, we're going to end the live. Okay. Again, I only share.
Yeah. All right, I couldn't hear you no more. Something happened with my speakers. That's why I just ended it. You said we were going to end it, so I went over there and ended it. Yeah. You did good, though, honey. Great job, honey.